Hey, we're back, and I'm doing a tier
We're
list.
back. And there's a whole bunch of people here now.
Yep. Okay. Just
Yep.
to make sure, I'm moving. No, I didn't want to do that. I'm moving the screen down here. Whoa! It just got really big all of a sudden.
What she said.
Hush.
I was gonna say, Team Kenya might agree.
Just rearrange your windows. This is totally professional, ain't it?
Hey, do you hear me?
Well,
You
it's
can.
totally professional daily.
Yeah, it is totally professional. Fine, I'll be like this. Okay.
Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? I switched
You're
over.
perfect.
No, you're good.
Excellent.
You're good.
All right. So
Sounds
as
good.
you can see, it's just the main games, even the ones that haven't come out yet for some reason. I guess the
Oh
Dymo.
my god, yeah, Legends of Arceus is live there! What the fuck? Yo,
What?
they're ready!
Okay, so
I anticipate how it'll be like.
all right, we should do this in order. Pokemon Green, as buggy as it is, I feel it's still A rank because those sprites are amazing.
Now, are you going to do is red and blue kind of on the same tier, and then silver and gold on the same tier?
Nope,
or are you
I'm
gonna
doing
split
these
the game?
individually.
Okay.
I grew
Where's
up
Pokemon
with
Red then?
yeah. Where's Pokemon Red?
You got Pokemon Arceus that isn't
Oh,
even
wait,
out
wait,
You
yet.
have
Wait.
Fire Red.
Where's Pokemon Yellow?
Yeah, where's Yellow?
Oh shit!
So they have green and blue.
No,
okay,
red.
hold
And,
on.
no. They're right here.
Oh,
They're
at
right
the
here.
bottom. Okay.
They're down
Okay.
here.
They fucked it up
Off
somehow.
screen.
Almost forgot him, I guess.
This is fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say blue. Blue and green are quite different if we're doing like the Japanese
Yes.
green and then blue, but
Yeah. Blue. C tier. It's just iconic.
It's psychotic.
No, iconic.
They're
Well,
psychotic.
Scott.
he's clearly Mark.
Okay, he's got.
What
What are you doing with red?
am I doing with red?
Seeing it right now.
Yeah, I think it's I think it has better Pokemon than blue. I forget the difference,
Okay,
but
so
I
ahead of
remember. Yeah, so it's just ahead of blue. I guess we'll do yellow.
Well, yellow's an upgrade.
Yes, yellow's an upgrade, so it'll be ahead of red.
You
They're
can't forget the Pikachu.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
OG gold, silver, crystal.
This is gonna sound weird. I never played Gold and Silver. I've only
Oh,
played Crystal from Gen
no.
2.
That's true.
Oh,
All right.
I mean,
Well,
you should
okay.
rate-
Jay.
you should rate the games
What?
you've not
Okay,
played.
that's not true. That's not true. I played the Japanese ROM for Gold. And I didn't get far because I had no idea what was going on. But
It was in Japanese.
yes, but it was in Japanese. But I think I'm still putting in a D tier. I never played Silver, so that goes in not available. I like the ideas that introduced, the day and night cycles, the
I mean, you got that all in Crystal, so
yes.
you kind of got it from Crystal.
But see, here's the thing. I still think Crystal is just slightly better than Gold because Crystal added in a lot that was very annoying. Like the whole Suicune quest and all that shit. Actually, I'm going to put it. Am I even still recording? I am still recording. Okay, I'm going to
I
put
see
it.
you. You're on here.
Yeah, I'm actually putting it up here because I remember it introduced a lot and it did expand and they did fix stuff, but you couldn't. No, wait, it's going back down. You couldn't get Mareep in it, and Mareep's awesome. Okay,
Marie from Crystal.
you cannot get Mareep in Crystal.
Yeah, you really
That's-
can't.
That's stupid.
Yes, there you go. It's stupid.
All because you can't get Marie.
The Ampharos line is like my favorite electric Pokemon line. So yes, it is.
Me too.
Yeah, there's not much electric. If you don't get the Elekid egg in crystal, it's like your options are Magnemite, which is good, but you don't get
Yeah.
that until like what, third gym badge?
Yeah, something.
You don't
like
get
that.
it until the gym split.
Yeah.
So
A lot of the games have that with a certain type, that it's just kind of like, well, fuck fire types.
Okay, so now we're going to
Electric
Gen
type.
3. We have Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Sapphire, I am going to put an A because I like it. Yes, it has a lot of water, but it's fine. Actually, what I'm doing. Emerald is better than green because it fixes so much. That's a lot. Why isn't my left click working? There we go.
Emerald's goaded.
Yeah, Emerald
Emerald's
is
really
so
good.
much better, and Ruby is B because it's Pokemon.
Emerald is what got me back into.
Yeah, see, that was the same thing with me in Sapphire. Fire red, left green, leaf green.
It's left green. No, it's left green.
I am putting them in front of Sapphire, and only for one reason: ROM hacks.
Ooh.
ROM hacks usually use fire red.
That should be their own thing.
Yes, but
I don't think they should.
the
Okay,
amount of
But,
shit,
but
the amount of shit that people have done with fire red and leaf green is astounding.
It is.
Aaron,
That's
you gotta
not the base
understand.
thing.
This is a tier list where he has Pokemon Green in A tier because the sprites are so bad that they're good.
Yes.
So it's okay for him to rank it
I
on stupid
kind
stuff
of
like
understand that, though. Because they are that bad.
I mean, Gen 3 introduced abilities on top of that, and Fire Red and Leaf Green was basically there. Oh, you want the Gen 1 Pokemon? You have to buy these games. Because that was the gen where they wanted you to buy like 30 games to go and get stuff. I mean, you bought Pokemon Bank for Celebi. You bought a GameCube game which was used for storing Pokemon just for Celebi
it was box, but
in a box.
I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah, Gen 3 was Nintendo's like the big cash cow moment when I don't know why they haven't gone back to that, honestly.
Yeah, and actually
They,
using
they really had you buying like 8 games to try and get all these Pokemon.
And actually, thinking about that, Leaf Green is below Sapphire for the exact same reason as, like as Ruby is down like a complete rank because Leaf Green I don't think the Pokemon choices were just as good. And everybody uses Fire Red for ROM hacks.
Yeah.
And then
They had a
Emerald.
post game,
Yeah.
and they had an Elite Four round 2, and it
Yeah.
had Versus Seeker. It had a lot of stuff that's like
They had
important.
Sevi
Like it's like standard stuff
Islands.
now.
Yep.
I mean, okay, the post game sucked, but it was a post game. Like it was there. It wasn't just
This
recycled
is
Kanto.
true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But yeah, Sevi Islands.
Okay, so now we're going to Gen 4. Okay. Diamond is
doing this too.
what?
How did I talk you into doing that?
Because I enjoy doing these when it's all of us. If I was here by myself, I'd be like, this is dumb.
Okay.
Okay, so Diamond is literally down here. It sucks. I hate
Oh, it
Diamond and
sucks.
Pearl.
It's just really slow, and there's that awful.
Jay,
Mount Coronet.
last time we made you started Platinum, Jay, and you were like, I give up after third gym. I am lost. I am bored. It's really slow. They want me to do the underground.
It's so
You-
slow.
The Pokemon choices were bad.
Yeah.
Even in Platinum.
Except for Bronzong.
Yeah, well, I mean, it had okay
Sounds like
Pokemon. The
game.
Pokemon designs, yeah, Sinnoh as a region sucks. It is like the worst region. The Pokemon selection in the game isn't too bad. That is the opposite of like, that was the Gen 3 and Gen 4 were just really badly designed regions. Pearl is slightly better, only because of Penis Source. It has all the same problems, but your box art legendary
My boy
Pokemon
King
is a
Triforcer at
Penisaurus.
the bottom of the screen? Is he
What?
in here? King Triforcer's in here.
Oh, is he?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I have been in. Oh, yes, he is in here. I didn't have that window
Mark's
open.
been a neglectful host.
I have been. It's disappointing. I almost quit Pokemon with Gen 4. Well, there we go. Yeah, I guess I should have. Here, let me just move that box to somewhere where people can actually read it better. Can you type something
This
in?
is good. We got like a good diverse range of ages here.
Yeah, can you type something in for a test? Let me just.
I sure can't. I don't think I'm logged in.
Yeah.
Actually, I am logged in, aren't I? I can type something in as a test.
I tested
Where's my...
it. I typed in testing. Oh, well, you can't read that.
Yeah.
It's very cut.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm getting the box.
Hi,
of
viewers in
properties.
here. We're doing a shitty tier list, buddy. I'm so sorry. This was your chance.
Whatever. You want to know what? I'm putting it here right by my face because it's black, and you should be able to read it. Get away.
Face is black.
No,
Become black
because the
now?
background is black. See, watch, test. You can see it easily. Anyway, going back, Platinum, definitely a better game. I'm putting it above Gold and below Crystal. Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Yeah.
Don't count the run that you just did because
No.
you caught like 6 things.
Yeah, for sure. I am putting them above the Gen 1 remakes, and specifically
Oh, thank
this
goodness.
order. Because, yeah, when you're playing them normally with the working clock, with actually catching guys, it's pretty fun.
And the Poke Walker.
Yeah, the Pokewalker was
The
really good.
Pokemon, and they had the little acorn bag, and didn't this one have berry pouches too? Like
It
there was
sure
good stuff
does.
in this.
Oh, well, cool. You went to Port Dover today. I haven't been there in a long time.
What does that have to do with Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold?
I don't know. But yeah. Gen 4, I mean, the Gen 2 remakes are amazing. If you're playing them normally, they're really special. Wow, I haven't put anything into the S tier. That's about to change, folks. Because S plus tier is going black and white. Where's white?
Plus, okay, I'm down with that.
Where's
I
white?
am down with that.
No, where's white?
one-
Here's
Yeah,
white.
black and
Where
white.
he's
were really
down
good.
by the bottom where the fire red or the
Yeah.
fire was and stuff. Because people
Yeah.
forgot about him.
Pokemon Black and Pokemon White, I think, is the pinnacle of the Pokemon franchise.
I think
I
they're
agree.
good. I just don't understand why people love them so much.
They're fast.
No,
They play
a lot of
fast.
people,
They play really well.
a lot of people say Gen 5
Music
sucks.
is good.
We're just in the minority here
I
saying
don't
Gen
think
5 is
they
awesome.
suck. I don't like. I either hear people love or hate them. Like there's no in between, and I'm like
Yeah.
in the in between. I don't It's cool, but I'm just like okay, you know.
Okay, well, let's just say my reasons why.
Okay.
Okay, the music is amazing. The seasonal things are cool. Had really
Yeah.
good Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
Had a decently written story. I would actually join Team Plasma. Like, if at the end the main bad guy didn't do like a heel turn, it's like, I'm gonna take over the world. Ha 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 ha.
well they had to because
Yes,
it's still a
they did
kid's game.
have
They
to.
couldn't keep a complicated storyline going that
You
long.
thought the story sucked in black and white?
In
Team
Black
Triforcer?
and White
Four
1
was
or
actually
2?
The best in black and white.
He's
I mean, it's the hardest they've worked on a storyline. I'll give them
Yes.
that. I mean, there were some problems, but you could tell that they really worked the storyline in that one.
yes.
It did show, and it was good, but I think, yeah, I do think even keeping it simple for a kid's level, they could have subverted and they could have done a little differently. But for what they did a damn good job.
So King
Give him
Triforcer
that.
thinks Black and White 2's story was better.
Oh, it was far worse.
Hold on.
Far worse.
I was trying to be nice,
Ooh.
but
We're gonna shoot ice from the sky and freeze.
yo, it just go.
Oh no!
Okay. But
I was saying what I was thinking. I didn't want to punch down on my boy.
one of my
It's
favorite
okay to
things.
disagree.
Yes,
Black and
but the
White
top
2 is a huge
reason
disappointment.
why I love Black and White, and most people hate this because they're all like Super Kanto lovers, is because you start the game and it's like, here's 150 new Pokemon. You can't catch any of the old shit. it's literally a series reboot.
Yeah.
And it's done correct. And then for beating the storyline, then you get access to everything else, which is a huge incentive to keep on playing. On top of, finding Volcarona and all the legendaries and all that stuff. And I just had good memories for it. That's where I caught my first legit shiny, which is, fuck, I can't remember its name.
Not AAA beef.
No, not AAA beef. Pants guy. Fighting type.
Scrappy.
Oh.
Scrap, yes. Wow, sorry. I only remember its nickname as Shaniqua.
Shaniqua.
Shaniqua. You didn't like the odd EXP gain? I mean, that made it so you couldn't overlevel. And I know people are like, well, I want to go in running with like level 80 Pokemon at the beginning. I mean, you can see that with people with demos where they max level and then they play the main game. And then it's like, well, the whole game's piss easy. Exactly what I brought up in the Miitopia video. There are people who do that. They love overgrinding.
What?
Thanks. I actually like the EXP scaling
Yeah.
in Gen 5. It's just
But I'm
it's not
confused.
it's not fun when you're on the other end of it where you're over leveled. But if you've got something in the back in like 2 or 3 battles, it's caught up right away.
Yeah.
I liked how you could choose the order of the Elite Four in that one.
Yeah.
That was a good add-on to the series.
Yeah, it added a lot of good things. Okay, so obviously with that logic, now we have to go to Black and White 2, where I want to go up screen. Thank you. I think they're still S tier because they even introduced more things into the franchise, which was, hey, we had the fight against all the gym leaders again. We had the awesome remixes of the old theme.
Didn't Black and White 2 have the World Tournament?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It
Yeah.
had the World Tournament. It had the Movie Star thing, which I spent way too much time in.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did, because I actually completed it because it was fun. It was story. We actually got a lot of character development for
Only person in
Sabrina.
the world who ever finished it.
That's not true. I mean, Sabrina fans love the thing. But the story, in my opinion, was worse. Colress was a really good character,
Yes.
but the
I liked
story
Colress.
in general was disappointing. It was just basically the I'm evil, I'm taking over the world stuff. Team Plasma split into ninjas instead of the cool Medieval Knights thing. I love Medieval Knights armor. So design-wise, it was really lazy.
Also had the Neo Team Plasma battle theme.
Yeah.
So that does make up for a lot of the stuff I don't like about it.
Yes.
That is a battle theme.
2 White 2 definitely had like the best soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. For sure. It had the best soundtrack and definitely the best champion battle music theme in the franchise. I know everyone likes Cynthia, but Iris's theme is so
It
good.
is.
Yeah, it's better.
I fully agree with that statement.
Okay. And then we go to X and Y.
The only thing I don't like about it is her costume is a little dumb.
You don't like the princess?
It's like 12. So
Yeah.
if you were
Yeah, I
actually
know,
a
but-
12-year-old girl and a champion, then maybe that is something you would wear.
Maybe, but I don't know. I just thought it was like, okay, we're hitting the nail a little too close on the head there.
Okay. So now we got to
Plasma themes
And
are
it
really
was
good.
like, minimally, it's like, oh, this is kind of eh.
So now we go to X and Y. And I know this game is memed a lot, but I think X is S tier
Thank
and
God. I thought you were going to hate on this game. No, this
And-
one's good.
and Y is A tier. And
This
there's a
one's good.
small
It's-
reason for the difference. Y, the message is all about death. And that's not something that you should really teach a kid. And X is all about life. You know, you have the Tree of Life, or you have the stupid Grim Reaper Pokemon who comes to go and kills everything. Team Flare was really disappointing. I really like Kalos. Kalos is my favorite region. I love the roller
It's a cool
skating.
region, but Team Flare's stupid.
Team Flare is stupid. And especially when what's his face?
Lysander
Lys-
becomes Dr. Octopus.
Yes.
And
that's-
then fires a beam of death at himself.
Yes, and the whole there was a
Yeah,
great
that's
war
kinda corny.
3,000 years ago, and they shot a laser beam into the sky, and it came down. It has some really stupid story moments where it's like,
2,000-year-old ice cube.
It's
It's
been
literally the
3,000
caveman
years.
meme.
yeah. And we go to Omega. Where's Alpha? I see Alpha Sapphire. Where's Omega Ruby?
He's near
Why
the
is it
bottom
at
again.
the? Why is it at the end?
He
This
was a forgotten boy again.
yes. For remakes, they're really good. So we're gonna put Sapphire.
I thought you didn't even want to play those ones.
I did. I didn't want to buy them, but somebody bought it for me. And then when I played it, I was like, "Hey, this is still
I
fun."
believe that was me.
Yes, that
Sir.
was
I
you.
forced you to.
And I had a good time.
I knew it would
remember
turn
the
me
whole
around on
time,
it.
it's like, I'm not going to get these ones.
If we're going to be technical, Black and White 2 were the last Pokemon games I bought. Because I did not buy Sword and Shield either. I was gifted Sword.
Stole them.
That's the crew to be in. See, no, there's no way you're gonna complain about Gen 8 when you didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for it and or get it, so
Well, I had it gifted, and then Mark bought me home and the DLC so he can get some stuff out of my bank. So I got the whole experience for free,
Yeah.
and it was
Because we're
it
nice
was
for
pretty
that.
okay.
Yeah. And I did buy the
pretty
DLC.
okay.
Okay, I did pay for the DLC. But anyway, that's going a bit ahead. The presentation for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was really impressive. They kind of started good when they were like, hey, we're going to do like expansion stories, but then they never delivered on it.
Right.
And actually, they're going down one rank because fuck what they did with the Battle Frontier.
Coming soon sign.
Yeah, a coming soon sign. And they never released the legendary in it, which was the stupid Steam Pokemon.
Hey, they gave us the it's not the Ultra Wormholes, it was the Hoopa rings.
Yes,
It was the
Hoopa was
beta
really
for the
cool.
Ultra Wormholes, so those were cool. And you
Yes.
got to fly around on Latios or Latias. That was
Yes,
cool.
that's what I mean by the presentation was really good. And yeah, you did get a lot out of them for like, oh, you want to catch all the legendaries. So there was still stuff, and they had the mystery islands.
Whoa, hold on a second. Sorry.
What?
Did you say games plural? King Triforce, or did you buy both of them? Did you really buy Sword and Shield at full price?
Yes, I'm wondering about this too now.
And if you did, was it worth the money to you? Yes or no?
It wasn't worth the money to me, and I didn't even buy them.
What?
I did.
I
buy
mean, I
both,
think you
and
made
it
the
was
biggest
worth it
brain
for
play.
one of them, but
You
not
took-
for both.
You took one look at that Nintendo Direct and you were like, no, I'm saving that money.
Basically,
I'll keep a lookout for his message box. All right.
I want to see.
I had to buy the games myself, is the last thing he said. Anyway, so Sun and Moon. I never played Sun, but I'm presuming it's very similar to Moon. The day-night thing, the mixed hours thing was kind of one way to try to different. I'm just talking about the games in general. Well, that doesn't say much. All right, so Moon, I'm going to say is... I'm going to say A tier, right above Y. And
I will tell you, did you play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon?
I did not touch those games.
Okay, this is between me and Jay
They're
then.
better for-
I'm saying Sun and Moon are better than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
yes.
And
Ultra
I
Sun
can say
is
this.
so boring.
Way
This is
below
my-
their promise.
This is my opinion going on playing Moon twice and Sun once and then Ultra Sun. Because I
I
played
don't
Moon.
finish Ultra Sun. I was so bored.
Yeah, I played Moon when it leaked, and then I bought it, and then I played. Oh, Jay bought me Sun, I believe. Jay bought me Pokemon Sun, and then I picked up Ultra Sun, and Ultra Sun was not fun. There's
Oh.
very little that I liked about that game
I
in
was
comparison to
told
the originals.
they ruined the whole Ether Foundation segment in Ultra Sun.
The whole game is kind of not. There's like the Ultra Recon team, they're kind of capped, and the Rainbow Rocket idea is kind of cool in theory, but I didn't enjoy it.
I
Yes.
didn't even
It's
get
just
that far.
nuh-uh.
Yes,
Just,
when
I was so bored.
Groudon's smaller than a human being.
It's in Gen 8. Did they do? Wait a minute. Did they start that in the 3DS games?
Oh, you bet they did.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, you bet they did. When you fight, what is the Team Magma leader?
Not Archie, the other one.
Yes, Maxi. When you
Yeah,
fight,
I was gonna
when
say
you
Maximus.
Maximus Omegadus. When you fight Maxi and he sends out Groudon, it's smaller than he is.
Oh God, yeah.
It's miniature sized.
Yeah, that was the gen where it was like, oh, we got to start shrinking the models because our new graphics engine can't run on the 3DS.
I misunderstood him. Okay, I thought he bought Sword and Shield and the DLC for both. No, he only bought Sword. Okay.
Okay,
Did you like Sword? Was it worthwhile? Because we're getting up to that soon.
I did, but now I got to put Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I got to put them in the. I got to put them below Diamond and Pearl because, as you said, they took an okay game and they ruined it. So let's go Pikachu and Eevee. How do I label these?
They're harmless fun.
They are fun.
They got following Pokemon right. I know a game that couldn't do that.
Yes. I love the following Pokemon. Wow, I have a lot of Pokemon games in the A rank.
They say you have exactly the right amount of Pokemon games in the A rank -1, but you put it there because of bad sprites or funny. So I can't argue with that.
Yes. And how broken it is. It's humorous. It's entertaining to play for all the wrong reasons. Okay, let's go Pikachu and Eevee. I definitely feel that well, I have to say let's go Pikachu is worse than Pokemon Yellow. I mean, they're the same game except kind of worse, and they're No, I'm just thinking about it. When they rewrote the Gen 1 story to have the new characters in there, they kind of made it really confusing because it's like, okay, Gen 1 happened, but all the stuff in Gen 1 is happening, but the Pokedex has just been invented now after Blue and Red have already finished their journeys, and it was like, what? Correct. This is confusing.
Well, here's the problem, and it's your favorite thing. I know that you love when franchises do this. They've already established multiple parallel universes in the Pokemon series now, so they can just get away with doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yes.
They just say this is an alternate timeline. That's it. Where there's Blue and Red, and also whatever the other rival's default name is. They added a rival in that game. They made it. There's a nice rival, and then Green is also there.
Yeah. Except he's so helpful. He's actually. Anyway, so this is going to sound really stupid. Eevee is better than Ruby. I know how stupid that sounds, but playing through the game with Eevee is way more entertaining than it is playing through with Pikachu. Pikachu has the normal fly,
way better moves too.
Surf, all that stuff. Eevee gets all these new exclusive moves. It's actually really useful. It's a really fun co-op game. And
of course you can't send that Eevee up to Sword and Shield.
No, of course not. And yeah. And this was like the first game where they made like Blue or Green, depending on what country you're in, like show up in a game. And it's just like, oh, cool. They acknowledge the female trainer. Whoa.
Yeah, she is in that.
She is in that.
Yeah.
She's the last boss.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the last boss too. I didn't know that. I know she was in the game.
Yeah, because that's like kind of her manga story, sort of.
Yeah. So you do the Mewtwo cave, and then if you go back to where Mewtwo was, she's like, "Oh, I was looking for Mewtwo," and then she's trying to catch you because it's funny, and then she challenges you to, like the fight, and she's the hardest thing, and then she gives you the Mega Mewtwo Y and X orbs. So she is legit the hardest fight in the game. And it's like, cool, they acknowledged her. Okay.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, and now we're getting Sword and Shield. Whew. Where do I put these?
Let's just talk about it for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
They said they were gonna cut all these mons.
Yes.
And I mean, at the end of the day, what happened? Like pretty much everything's there, right?
We're still missing a chunk of Pokemon.
didn't it mostly turn out exactly like how every other Pokemon game turns out, where you're locked to 300 or 400, and then like a year or two later, you have to buy into some stupid, what was it? Before it was the transporter, then it was Pokemon Bank, now it's home. So like 3 generations that they've done this, and then eventually you get everything. So I mean, it's not really any different than the last couple games.
True.
You didn't have to buy the DLC to get them.
True.
They could have just said, "Hey, you have to buy the DLC to get these guys." Like, remember
Yes,
when I was malding about Omega Ruby and Sapphire, how you couldn't send the like the stones down to X and Y. You couldn't battle between each other with the new guys.
Oh, right, you couldn't.
I was really upset about that.
Yeah, I'm just
Back when I
trying
got upset about
to.
these things.
I'm trying to get my mindset out of all of the pre-release bullshit that they pulled off, because that really soured a lot of people's minds before buying the game, and then I have
They
to.
need new PR.
I don't know how low I want to put these games.
Did you enjoy playing through it?
I've technically played through it 3 times already, so I mean,
Yeah,
gameplay.
you did all that DLC with Jay. You were in the Dynamax Caverns.
Playtime wise, this is the game that I played the second most of. But like, so technically, you think I would put it higher than what I'm probably going to put it as, which is
They're better
like,
than Gen 1.
They are better than Gen 1, but I still think Eevee is a better game.
Fine. I would have said B tier.
Yeah.
B tier is fine.
I still think Eevee is a slightly better game because like that, even though it was copying Pokemon Go, it still gave us a new experience through a Pokemon game. And yes, a lot of the stuff introduced in Sword and Shield was like, oh, hey, we got the open areas. But it was so poorly designed. And I hate to say that the games are piss easy, but on my second playthrough, I went through with only 2 Espers at level 1, not even level 5, level 1. And yes, 2 Espers. I bred a female and a male Esper. And then I was like, I'm going to run through so I can get a Cubfu, a second Cubfu. And I ran through the whole game with just those 2 guys. I literally boxed the starter because I was like, I wonder how easy this was. And I won easily. The game is so easy.
They're designed to be easy.
There's designed to be easy and designed to be like so piss easy it's not fun. And this was in the piss easy it's not fun category. And like, there's a lot of things which are just ridiculously stupid design. Like it started out really good. The first 3 gyms were like, hey, we're doing this whole like Pokemon League thing. It's really cool. And we're going to do these different challenges. And then it's like halfway through the game, they just gave up.
The problem was they rushed it. If they didn't rush it, I think I would have gotten one of them.
Yeah.
You could tell as we were going. It's like, this is being rushed as fuck. So much is going to get cut.
We're talking about Sword and Shield.
You got 2 guys, and one has hair that's a shield, and one has hair that's a sword, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's the post-game content even.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I feel those games are really showing the rush of doing what I like to call the yearly franchise.
Yeah, the FIFA problem.
It's the FIFA problem. We're now
the 2K, the Pokemon to 2K game now.
Yeah, we now have the Pokemon Company, which are making games at a yearly release date. In this case, on the next one, we're basically getting 2. We're getting Diamond and Pearl remakes, and we're getting Arceus 3 weeks later. A month and a half later. So we're going to get 2 completely different Pokemon games in 2 months.
I mean, it's not a bad strategy because they're going to milk a lot of people for 2 games worth of dollars. And I mean, that's the remakes. Like they're just done by like some off-brand. Like they're probably like they ship them to China, right?
Yeah, it's sent to another team.
Yeah, they sent it to another team.
So they finally got someone else other than Game Freak to make Pokemon games. So this is why there is slight hope for me that they're decent, because Game Freak, even though they make so much money, they still have the manpower of like a small company. It doesn't make sense. I know it's because it just sells and they don't need to like put in the effort into it, but it's kind of disappointing. Like you had
Triforce just sent you a paragraph.
Oh, I like how in Black and White 2 you could get hard mode if you have a friend who beat the tight game beforehand.
Difficulty keys. The difficulty keys.
Yeah, we need the hard mode back.
No.
I think
No, that was a
big-
really cool concept, but because it was Game Freak, of course they botched it. Whereas you needed someone to beat the game first to send it to you. Like, come
Mhm.
on. Like, if you wanted to play through the game with a higher difficulty, like, you have to beat the game first and then like send it to yourself or like hook up with a friend.
And
So
actually,
I mean, it could have been done better, but it
and
was
actually, all it did, if you look into it, is trainers with potions have one more potion, and the AI has the ability to switch Pokemon. You
Yes.
know, like that's all it did. It wasn't even harder.
They added 1 or 2 levels to guys, but that didn't necessarily make it harder either because people actually speed run on hard mode to get more EXP so they
Yeah.
go faster.
Yeah, so
No, I mean, if you look at it that way,
it actually
if you
makes
had someone who beat it for you first, then yeah, it's definitely
Mhm.
it was an attempt.
It was. But anyway, going back to I guess now I'm going to have to do the estimates of where I'm expecting these 3 games to be. I'm expecting and I'm hoping Diamond and Pearl remakes are in C tier, low C. I'm hoping that they fix a lot of the problems with Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. We've already seen Porygon C, which was a Platinum Pokemon. Maybe the new engine fixes a speed problem. You know, maybe they'll make it clear where you have to go. We haven't seen the underground, so maybe that's
Maybe
gone.
it'll actually go a bit faster. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll run on a bit of because Gen 8's HP bars went down pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like that game actually runs kind of fast for the most part.
Yes.
So maybe if they're basing it off of that, they won't feel like such a slog.
Yes. And
I'm hopeful that they'll end up in B tier. I think they'll be okay. For
yeah,
what they are.
but I'm being well. I'm not going to buy them. If someone wants to go and buy me the game, I will play through it. But this is what the Pokemon franchise has become to me. If someone wants me to play through the game, I will play it, but I'm not paying for it. I'm actually
No,
thinking
that's
about.
fair. That is a fine way to look at it.
Even though I hate open world games, Pokemon Arceus, I'm actually looking forward to, but I know I'm going to be disappointed with it because I'm expecting too much from it. And my
Yeah, you better
realistic,
put your expectations
my-
I
real
feel like
quick.
I'm expecting just the right amount.
I'm expecting it to be better than Sword and Shield. This is where I'm putting it. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be worse than Eevee. I think it's going to be better than Sword and Shield. If they actually capitalize on what they promise, where it's like, hey, you want this big open world stuff, you can do more stuff, you can do your Pokemon battles, you know, fine. I want more character customization. I know how stupid that sounds. I don't want to be
No,
walking
that
around.
really should be. They really should be a thing
Yes.
by now. They've done it before.
I know that Diamond and Pearl probably won't have it for the same reason Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire didn't, because it won't have the feeling of the originals.
Yeah, they've got to have the authenticity, right?
Yeah.
Be authentic to the original experience. So.
But this is going to be ancient Japan Pokemon. I don't want to be walking around in literal farmer's clothes where you're wearing like
you might be.
straw for shoes. I want to be able to eventually walk around in like, I don't know, like cool samurai armor. Maybe by endgame.
Bro,
I mean-
you're expecting too much.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
but this
I'm
is
not
why
even trying to be mean.
I know this is why I'm expecting
It
too
sounds
much.
cool. It
Okay.
sounds cool.
So like, yeah, X and Y. One of the reasons why I love the Kalos region so much is how much clothing and character customization it is in it. I actually was able to create a really interesting Pokemon character, at least from it. And I'm kind of hoping that in a single player only Pokemon game, yes, there's no multiplayer, that they will emphasize on the, hey, we want you to experience yourself, especially considering, yes, this is Game Freak and not Nintendo, but this is probably going to be compared to Breath of the Wild a lot. And Link had an iconic costume, and they threw that away for character customization. And I'm hoping at least something like that happens. You get.
I really hope people aren't. If you're comparing it to Breath of the Wild, you're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Well, considering how much I hate Breath of the Wild, I am setting myself up for disappointment. All I'm just saying is that it would be nice if you could get some character customization instead of just, hey, look, you're the descendants.
A handful of costumes, but that's about it, honestly.
That's all I want. I just want some costumes. How about, era appropriate clothing? I'm not expecting to be walking around in ancient Japan in a tuxedo, after all. I just want something more than peasant hobo clothes. And
I think that might be what you're getting. I mean, and maybe in the next mainline game, that's like a regular game with multiplayer and a regular story, if they expand on customization again, that'd be nice. And maybe have. I can't say X and Y's online is terrible. It's better than Sun and Moon's.
Yeah, that had the best user interface for sure.
X and Y had the really good.
Well, that's what I meant.
Online,
yes,
yeah.
X and Y had a really good bottom screen interface.
Yeah.
I should probably scroll the screen up so people who are still watching this can at least see the list fully. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I kind of hope that the fact that they're not going to throw in on or multiplayer in any kind means that they put more into it to make the single player more unique and special, instead of just having the open fields of Sword and Shield with, hey, you can roll and throw, and there's throwing Pokeball animations on the field. Because it has the same battle system. If you want to play a single player Pokemon game with no multiplayer, well, you have all of these other games.
I really think it is just going to be an open world that is not that big and less interesting than Breath of the Wild, because there's going to be less to do because they're not going to have Zelda mechanics.
Yeah.
It's just going to be rolling down the hills, throwing Pokeballs at Pokemon moving at 13 frames a second. I really think it's not going to be that great, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully you stream it, and hopefully you really enjoy it.
Yeah.
We haven't seen much of it, so it's hard to judge.
Yes, and what we have seen of it looks really, really laggy.
Yeah.
Remember?
That's what I mean. Chingling was doing instant transmission if you go back and watch that trailer.
Oh yeah, Chingling was moving.